Hey, everyone. Guys, I have an amazing inside story for you today. I witnessed a launch on Pump.Fun, $8 million within less than an hour. And, I've been with that guy that launched it. I know, I've seen all the details behind the scenes, all the shocking truths about what makes a Pump.Fun launch successful. And I'll give you all the details about how successful is Pump.Fun actually, what percentage of Solana trading volume is due to Pump.Fun, how much money they actually make, and how this little project, became an overnight success. And I was talking with that guy. I actually traveled to Seattle over the weekend to talk with him. And we talked about all of these details. And there is really some, insights, and these might surprise you on what are actually the success criteria to launch your own token on Pump.Fun. So this is all going to be revealed in this little video, so make sure you watch it all the way to the end. So let's dive into it. I'll show you the guy that actually did it. So here we go. It is a guy named Rex St. John. He has been working for Anza, which is the Solana spin-off, right? It used to be Solana Labs. They spun it off for Anza. He was with Anza for a year or so, and here's his X profile. And one of the things I can tell you, he has 155,000 followers on X, right? And that is an important part of the success story. You need to have a following already in order to make some waves for this project. And then how to gain all these followers on X, that's a different story. And, with our Xandeum, we're also over 11,000 right now, and we've just started. The blockchain Bernie, my own handle, is also growing. It's over 3,000 now. And we're getting there, but he's at 155,000. So he has worked like a year or two in order to get there, right? And has his following. So that's an important thing to consider. And then the thing is, he had a story that resonated with kind of the daily news stream, right? But before I dive into that, let me show you Pump.Fun here. So this is how the Pump.Fun website actually looks like. It is super surprising that this is one of the most successful websites ever. I mean, these guys here, they talk to everyone. They talk to young people just launching their own meme coins. And, all it takes is a picture here, an image of what you're launching, and a quick description, right? For the for that launch, right, it was the Truth token. So let me see if we can find it. First of all, obviously, that's a great name, right? So Truth, that just means, and I can't even find it here anymore because it's outside of Pump.Fun, and it got transferred to Radium and everything. So we can't even see it on Pump.Fun anymore. Let's try TruthChain. Yeah, here we go. Right, this one is it, right? Yeah. So here we go, right? And here we have the chart, right? So right now, it's not as high as it used to be, but you can see the story here, right? It's at 0.0025 approximately right now. It was at 0.008 not too far ago. And if we do the 5-day chart, it's a few days old now, right? So you can see it really went parabolic here. And, it phased out a little bit, which is kind of normal, right? So Nobody expect that to kind of skyrocket and then skyrocket again and skyrocket again on the, even if you look at the Trump meme coin, it skyrocketed and then boom, it kind of fades out a little bit. But that doesn't mean there won't be another boost at some point in time, right? So, going back to this token here, right? It's his story here is TruthChain is a project to decentralize LLM consensus and verify factual data. That obviously just got into the talk of the day, which was about, DeepSeek is out. DeepSeek is a Chinese-made AI system, an LLM, large language model, and everyone was afraid that, it might be compromised by the Chinese government or things like that. Lots of news had been coming out of that the last few days. I won't really dive into that one. But everyone was concerned now about, LLMs being compromised by governments, by whoever. So Rex had the idea here, and I was talking to Rex for hours. This weekend in Seattle, we were both visiting a conference called Deepin Day, which was great, and talked about all these different things. And we discussed this project also, right? And it requires storage on chain, right? So we discussed the cooperation there, and actually TruthChain might be one of the first early adopters of the Xandeum scalable storage layer that we're building for the Solana chain, right? So that was the whole point of it. And then Rex said, okay, so we need some trust here on the actual LLMs. So he's building TruthChain solves the problem of checking LLMs for censorship and misinformation by comparing the outputs of LLMs against a decentralized network of hosted LLMs known to be neutral and untampered with. So that hit, on the news cycle of the day, and that is one of the secrets that we need to do when launching a coin there. It has to be, Pump.Fun is quick, fast, boom, boom, boom. You launch something, and within minutes, it reached that threshold of a $69,000 market cap. So that's the threshold on Pump.Fun. And when that token reaches 69,000, then it automatically gets transferred to Radium, and then Pump.Fun provides liquidity on Radium, and they might earn with providing liquidity as well because they are the liquidity providers there. And this is all super, super fascinating. And it was so great to watch the success of this token. And, we talked on Saturday on Deepin Day. Then we spent 2.5 hours face-to-face in Seattle on Sunday morning. And then on Monday at lunchtime, he launched that token, and it really went parabolic, which was awesome. And then there was lots of engagement on his X account, right? You need that community connection with a Discord, with an X account, with whatever you have. And and he has that large X audience, right? And then he did his spaces on the next day. And I watched his success on Monday, right? And when I went to bed on Monday, I was thinking like, man, Rex won't be able to sleep tonight, right? And he mentioned that the next day, 8 a.m. in his spaces, and he said like I hardly got any sleep, right? And I thought like, well, that was clear. And he was thinking, what is he gonna say in the spaces? And it was like a spaces of a few hours. So I can recommend watching that spaces again. So if you go to Rex's X account, and there he has his own TruthChain X account here also. So I'm following that one, and it's right here, and all the spaces that he did the other days are all on there. So go to these accounts and listen to the spaces. I'm in there. He made me a speaker. He asked me specifically to talk about Xandeum, which I did, which will be crucial to implement that application, right? So, and and yeah, then once you have a token, I recently read somewhere having a token is like having a baby, right? So this is has been a success now for a few days, but you need to take care of it, right? Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. So he started now a few things to keep the momentum up, and that's all great, right? So, what else do we have? Pump.Fun, right? So, if you want to know the success of Pump.Fun, right, it's around 30% of Solana's application revenue is contributed by Pump.Fun. Can you believe that? It's like 30% of everything that's going on Solana is coming out of Pump.Fun. And on Pump.Fun, thousands of tokens are being launched each and every hour, right? And they make it so easy, and you've seen that here, right? And they appeal to a young generation, and all these kind of things, and anyone can launch a token there. So, and it costs 0.02 sol, I think, right? So you can try it out and just do a nice picture here, and do a meme coin, and launch it yourself. And that was a great idea of the Pump.Fun creators here. And having seen that, having witnessed that with Rex, and seeing it being a success overnight, it was so cool, right? Someone's asking here in the live chat, "Hey Bernie, are you launching a coin too?" So we have our XAND token, right? And the XAND token is so fantastic because it's going to capture everything. We're building that scalable storage layer, and all the rewards that are being generated there, and also the storage enabled liquid staking, they all go into that XAND token. With the demo apps that we're making, for example, a decentralized Wikipedia, which is only possible if you have a scalable storage layer, right? With that decentralized Wikipedia, there will be tokens to run that Wikipedia, right? And we will be airdropping the XAND holders these tokens for all the different apps that will be built on the Xandeum storage layer. And, maybe the TruthChain one day will come live. Right now, it was just a meme coin, not just an idea of Rex overnight, right? But it might get implemented, and it might be an app on Xandeum, and the XAND token holders might even get these tokens airdropped, right? So for us, it's like we're focusing all the value creation on that one token, and then one token is called XAND, XAND, right? So that's the first four letters of our name, Xandeum, right? So that XAND token is already launched, and it is our baby. And everyone who has already invested there, I literally work my tails off day and night to put all the value, all the sweat that we're putting in there into that XAND token. And it is an open DAO, and everything goes in there. So I'm not launching any new tokens anytime soon, at least not that I have the plans about right now. And if I ever do that, it will be a little bit for fun, but it will never erode the value of the XAND token, right? So yeah, and going back here, Pump.Fun, we also see here what they actually make, right? Someone tweeted here, Pump.Fun made 120 million plus in the last 30 days. Can you believe that? Others say Pump.Fun made 500 million in a few months. And then here someone said Pump.Fun on Cointelegraph, Pump.Fun just transferred another 90,000 sol to Kraken, totaling 782,877 sol moved this month, right? So, which is $177 million. So, and the month isn't even over. So that means they have like $200 million transferred over to Kraken, and that's not the only money that they made. They don't transfer everything over to Kraken, right? So this is like wildly, wildly successful. And why is it so successful? Anyone can launch a meme coin. It is going to be sustaining the trend of meme coins. I don't know how long that lasts. So many people think like it's like NFTs and it's a fad and it'll go away. And likely that will happen, right? So what we'll see in the world all the time, if something is overhyped, right? What goes up must come down, right? So the overhype of NFTs, it has come down, but it will go up from there again slowly, and then it will be sustainable. I saw the dot-com bubble in 1999, and it came down like crazy, and it took a year and two and three, but then it came back up roaring and very stable, and it stayed there, and it's a constant uptrend for decades now, right? And I think it's going to be the same with NFTs, and it's going to be the same with meme coin. With meme coins, at some point, nobody knows when, but there is going to be a big, big, big crash, and then we're in some sort of a bear market for some time, and nobody knows how long that will last. But I think with meme coins and also with NFTs, it's going to be a constant growth there. It is fun. Anyone can engage, and Pump.Fun has shown that anyone can participate there, right? And you can try it, but if you don't have a following, if you can't make waves, it has to be a very good token, right? And a very good picture that you have success. But if you already have a social media following and you have a great idea, right, where people say, "Hey, this is interesting," and it's a good fit with kind of the news stream of the day. Well, that's what's on everyone's mind. And if you're on X and have a large following on X, then you know what's on people's minds on a day-to-day basis. And then you can launch a meme coin. And then obviously how that all works, and is it a rug pull, and is that guy trustworthy, and things like that. That's also important, right? So Rex did that Spaces, and I hope it has contributed to showing that he's a real guy, that he's talking, and he has worked for other companies and is trustworthy and things like that. So yeah, there's a lot of ingredients there, and it's like baking a cake. You have all these ingredients, and if you leave out some, then the cake won't be all that great, right? And it depends on which ingredient, right? If you leave out the flour, then probably it won't be a cake at all, right? If you leave out just some salt or so, then it might still be a cake, but it might just not taste that great or something, right? So, and it's the same with these token launches. It is interesting. It's a phenomenon of our time, and it was so great for me to see all the details there of that very successful launch. And we're going to be continue cooperating, and Xandeum and TruthChain, might absolutely cooperate, and they might be one of the first users and actually builders on top of Xandeum. For us here at Xandeum now, we will be focusing on actually building that storage layer. So that's one of the things that you need to do in the aftermath. After the token has launched, you need to make good on the promise, right? And that's the thing I really want to do here. Build the storage layer and change blockchain forever and make it decentralized for all those apps that are currently doomed to just stay on Web 2 because it's not possible to port them over to Web 3. And that's what we're doing there. And it might be a great synergy there. And yeah, that's my inside view on this little project. And it was emotionally, touching for me, right? Like talking to Rex on Saturday on Deepin Day, talking to Rex for 2.5 hours about what he does, what I do, what our future is, how we can help each other, and all these things. And then, of course, he didn't expect that. On Monday, he just launched that token, right? And and the success surprised him, right? And he said that in the spaces also, right? And having witnessed that all, that was a big experience for me, right? And again, the question is, will I be launching meme coins? I don't think so. I'm committed to what we're doing with Xandeum, and if we can help other projects that have, had success on Pump.Fun and are building their thing from whatever they did there, then that's a great synergy. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this thing, and hope you got your insight that I promised in the title of this video. If this was great and gave you some new insight that you didn't know before, I have that one ask: destroy that like button for me so that other people will see this as well. Subscribe to my channel. Go to the Xandeum.network website. Sign up for our Discord and everything. And for today, guys, thanks so much for watching. Catch you later. Peace.